With the first Grammy Award for spoken word performance going to Chicago and Jay Ivy, and the city naming its first poet laureate just this week, there couldn't be a better time to celebrate National Poetry Month. Joining us this morning are two artists using their voices and outreach to change the world. Leslie Honore is an author and poet who received international attention when her poem Brown Girl found an audience of girls and young women inspired by the election of Kamala Harris as our nation's first Black vice president. She's also the CEO of Urban Gateways, where she works with marginalized communities to level social, economic, and racial inequalities. And you know LaRoyce Hawkins from his groundbreaking run as part of the cast of Chicago PD, now in its 10th season. The pride of Harvey, Illinois, is also a poet, comedian, and talented musician. He's also the founder of Hood Development, a creative campaign designed to heal and harmonize underserved communities. Oh, you all have resumes. Awesome, awesome. You all are doing
well. Thank you.
all have
All the multi-hyphenations.
right. Got it. Oh, made it. Okay, so Leslie and LaRoyce, thank you so much for joining us on People to People. Let's start by first talking about your work as poets. I mean, obviously you all do so much, but talk to us about your heart for poetry and just what inspires you. And I'll start with ladies first.
I've always written. It's the one thing that I've always known I could do well. I've been writing and performing poetry since I was 6.
Wow.
So there's nothing in my life, there's no job, position, friendship that has not been influenced by the arts, by expressing. I believe it's what saved my life and helped me process the traumas I've experienced as a brown and Black woman. But poetry is essential. It's how we've told our stories before we even had papyrus to write them on. It's how we celebrated and mourned and shared and loved. There's no song without poetry. There's no hip hop without poetry. It is what we do. So yeah, it is my first and longest love.
Okay, and talk about the poem that got a lot of attention after Kamala Harris.
Absolutely. A lot of the
became vice
poetry that I do, I like to call myself an emotional historian, and I write pop poetry. I write things that are happening in the moment, sometimes about things that are heavy for Black and brown people to process when our names just become hashtags. So I like to write and remind us that what's happening in the news is connected to real people, real lives, and real stories. And I write with immediacy, so I try to write within 24 hours if I can do it sooner about something that's happened. And Brown Girl was actually a poem that was in my first book of poetry, Fist and Fire. And once I knew that we had secured that seat and we would have the first Black woman, first daughter of an immigrant as vice president, I was driving with my daughter and she asked me, she was like, pull over, you know you want to write about it. And I just kept thinking about that poem.
Wow.
And tweaked it a little bit, posted on social media, which is what I do, and it just went supernova. So there were teachers in New York using it as affirmations.
Wow.
Newspapers in India were covering it.
Okay.
And with that poem, it landed me a literary agent. It landed me a 2-book deal with Little Brown. So Brown Girl will be a children's book illustrated by Cosby Cabrera in the fall of 2024, followed by Brown Boy, illustrated by Katura Bobo.
Wow.
And so I'm being Target crying and signing my books. But it's a beautiful poem about how brown girls are seen and our power to shift that narrative and to create spaces, not just for ourselves, but the generations that follow.
Wow.
I'm not supposed to have favorites, but it's definitely high up there.
Okay, awesome. And LaRoyce, talk to us about your inspiration behind poetry, and I mean, you as well just have a plethora of talents.
I appreciate you saying that. Poetry started for me, honestly, when in high school, when my high school girlfriend bought me a poetry book. And it was just a book full of blank pages. And, I started off just doing my best to express myself and my feelings, as a young teenager growing up in Harvey. And then I got to college and I started to discover that the art of spoken word is honestly like a valuable leverage, when it comes to communicating not just our feelings, but like what's going on in the culture, like you like to say. And I started to be a lot more conscious about the messages that I was sending, so my poems became less romantic and a little bit more, political sometimes. Sometimes they will be just culturally relevant. And I think it's just always followed me. You know, I've been blessed with a bag of gifts, but poet and poetry to me is really, I think, at my core, who I am, because I apply poetic principles almost to everything that I'm doing. You know, it's hard for me to act without thinking of, you know, how poetic the moment is. It's hard for me to do comedy without, you know, adding rhythm or rhyme. Somehow it just follows you, and you know you can't let it go. So I've been blessed, and even now, you know, as Atwater, I've so developed this character that I can write poetry as Atwater, which I find to be, you know, pretty fascinating and cool at the same time.
Yeah, take a minute to share more about your role on Chicago PD and the great things you're doing there.
Well, with 10 seasons deep, I say that humbly. And, you know, I remember when I got this role, my assignment was to try to build a bridge between the inner city and law enforcement, if I could. You know, I grew up in Harvey, where the policeman isn't necessarily the first person that you look up to or trust or admire. And so I wanted to change that narrative if I could. And I'm grateful for the 10 plus years that I've had to try to get that job done. You know, and when it's all said and done, we'll see what history says.
All right. Well, thank you both so much. We're going to come back to you in just a few minutes, but we are going to take things to a break. We'll have more from our guests when we return.